on their half and, based upon their safety and what's best for them. Uh, any medical visits or medical needs, I have made those decisions over the years, and they have always resided with me. I've provided stable living for them. And so that is why I'm seeking sole managing conservator.
Baby on the hip, judge says, this is real court, not daycare. Get childcare next time. Then the deal hits. Modified 2018 order. Child support starts December 1st, 2025. Visits at dad's parents' house. Buckle up for retroactive money drama. Subscribe, like, share, and watch the numbers explode before they blink.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is there anyone who can hold the baby while we have the hearing so you can give your full attention to this?
No, ma'am. I can try to put her down. I was just trying to avoid crying in the background.
Okay. Next time you have a hearing, you might want to get some babysitting so you can give it your full attention. If she was a little bit older, we wouldn't be able to have the hearing at all because children really aren't allowed to be exposed to these hearings. There's a lot of inappropriate topics that children should not be exposed to. We are ready to get on the record. Are there any agreements?
Yes, Your Honor. The parties are in agreement to modify the order from February 1st of 2018, the order in suit affecting the parent-child relationship with child support starting December 1st, 2025 in the amount of $505 a month with a step down to $405 a month for mom.
Just confirm that's guidelines?
Yes, Your Honor, that is guideline. And for mom to continue to carry insurance through government assistance, and for that amount to be or remain at $70, and that new start date would coincide with 12/1/2025. They do agree to a standard possession order, but with all visits to be occurring at Mr. Harris's parents' residence. And those are the only agreements that we have to present to the court.
Right. What does that mean? Like, I can only see them when they're there, or what?
Not at liberty to answer that question, sir. We can call you as a witness and go over that during testimony.
Oh, I just want to understand what it is.
You may call your first witness.
I will call Miss Vivian Alvarado. Miss Alvarado, can you restate your name for the record?
Yes, ma'am. Vivian Alvarado.
Are you employed with the Office of the Attorney General?
Yes, I am.
And what is your title?
Child support officer.
And as a child support officer, do you locate income information on parties?
Yes.
And were you able to locate income information regarding Mr. Harris?
Yes, I was.
Were you able to locate information for the past 48 months?
Yes, I was.
Were you able to find income information for November of 2021 and December of 2021?
For that year, there's no income reported.
Any income calculations for child support would be minimum wage for those 2 months?
Yes, that's correct.
And if you were to use minimum wage for November and December of 2021, were you able to obtain a gross monthly income of $1,256.67 for each month?
That's correct.
And in regards to a retroactive child support calculation for the youngest child in this matter, were you able to calculate child support for those 2 months?
Yes, ma'am. For those 2 months, $68.26.
And that was taking into consideration the prior order for just the oldest child, which was $256 a month in child support. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Were you able to locate income information for Mr. Harris for the year 2022?
Yes, I was.
Did you obtain a gross monthly average for those 12 months?
Yes, the average I obtained was 1,908 and 94 cents of monthly gross.
And were you able to calculate a retroactive child support amount for the youngest child, giving him a credit of the $256 a month for the oldest child?
Yes, I was.
And what amount did you get for the year 2022?
The monthly amount would be 169 and 82 cents. So for 12 months would be 2,037 and 84 cents.
Can you repeat that?
The monthly amount was 169 and 82 cents. So for 12 months was a total of 2,037 and 84 cents.
Were you able to calculate or to obtain income information for 2023?
Yes, I was. I obtained a total monthly gross of 2,842 and 97 cents.
Were you able to calculate what a monthly child support obligation would be, giving him the credit of the $256 that was already ordered?
Yes, the monthly amount was 359 and 43 cents. For 12 months, a total of 4,313 and 16 cents.
Were you able to locate income information for 2024?
Yes, I was. I located a monthly gross of 1,813 and 14 cents.
And were you able to calculate a guideline child support amount regarding the youngest child in this matter, giving him credit for an order of assistance?
Yes, I calculated $150.10 for 12 months, total of 1,801 and 20 cents.
And for the year 2025,
1801.20.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
and for so far in 2025, have you been able to calculate or obtain a child support number for retroactive?
Yes,
What
giving him credit 273 and 48 cents. Multiplied by the 11 months, it's 3,008 and 28 cents.
I'm sorry, I missed all of that because I thought you were saying something different. Can you repeat that answer?
Yes, the giving him credit for the obligation, 273 and 48 cents. So for the 11 months of this year, 2025, it's a total of 3,008 and 28 cents.
were you able to obtain a total amount for retroactive purposes, 48 months? If you add all of those together, can you give me the total?
Yes, the total it's 11,228 and 74 cents.
Thank you. I pass this witness, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Harris, do you have any questions for Ms. Alvarado to answer?
Am I going to be responsible for the retroactive?
I'm in no position to answer that, sir.
So right now I'm hearing evidence to determine if there should be retroactive child support, and if so, what it should be. So at this point, there's no order. That's seemingly what the AG is requesting, though.
Yeah, I disagree with that.
Okay. Do you have any questions for Ms. Alvarado?
No.
Okay. Ms. Woods, do you have any questions for Ms. Alvarado?
Yes. What is the calculations? They said something about 505 a month and a step down to 405. What is that meaning? Like, where did the 400 number come from?
That's a current obligation calculation, ma'am.
Okay, I was confused on that because I guess when we spoke prior, you only brought up the 505 number to me based on income. So I'm just kind of trying to figure out what that is.
The step down means once the oldest child legally emancipates, it's a calculation for the remaining child that still a minor.
Okay, thank you.
Does anyone have any other questions for Ms. Alvarado before we let her go?
No.
No, Your
Okay.
Honor.
Mr. Harris, are you in a moving car?
Yes.
Okay. It's a little distracting and you might lose connectivity. So I'm warning you, you might lose connectivity and it is distracting to me. Ms. Painter, you may call your next witness.
Your Honor, I ask that Miss Vivian Alvarado be excused, and I would call Mr. Eugene Allen Harris.
Okay, Ms. Alvarado, you may be excused. And Mr. Harris, I just want to confirm you're not the one driving.
Thank you, Judge.
No.
Mr. Harris, can you state your full name for the record again?
Yes, Eugene Allen Harris III.
And for the income information that was provided to the court, are you disputing that you were employed during the years of 2022, 2023, 2024, and 2025?
No, I'm not disputing that.
Okay. In regards to the two children in this matter, have you provided Ms. Woods with any direct payments?
Yes, I'm sure I have.
Can you provide the court with a monetary amount of direct payments that you have provided to Ms. Woods?
You talking about cash out?
I'm asking you if you can provide any monetary information. How much money have you provided to Ms. Woods in direct payments regarding this suit?
Like $6,000 and $6,000.
So we can't
And
hear you. So I think because of the vehicle, we cannot hear you right now. You're going to have to adjust something so you can participate in the hearing. I'm not sure what you said as your answer.
All right. Yes, $6,041.
Do you have a breakdown of the specific instances in which you provided $6,041 to Ms. Woods?
Whenever she asks for money, I just send it.
And what? How do you send it? How do you send it to her?
Via Cash App, via Apple Pay.
And have you ever sent her money that wasn't related or regarding the care of the child or the children?
I mean, if she asks for money, I feel like it's for her and the kids. So
have you ever sent her money for dinner?
Yeah, so her and the kids can eat. Yes.
Do you have a breakdown of the $6,041 that you have provided her that would show what the dates that you provided her that assistance and what it was for?
Since I've been on child support, it started back in what I guess it's around 2020 or something like that.
So were these monies you paid through the registry, through like the state disbursement unit?
No.
Okay.
Because if she needs money, and she requests it on Cash App or something like that, she's gonna get the money right away. So versus me, going through the AG and sending money that way, and she'll get it 3 days later, a week later. She needs it right now, so I'm gonna send it right now. That's how it goes.
Sir, I would like to show you what would be marked as State's Exhibit 1 to ask you if you recognize this document or this particular item. I'm going to ask the court if I can share my screen.
What are you sharing?
A screenshot of a particular type of, I believe, cash.
It's not in evidence yet, so I don't believe you can share. If you can't even tell me what it is, I certainly shouldn't be seeing it.
I believe Mr. Harris has provided a screenshot of his history of sending in direct payments to Ms. Woods, but it just provides a total. It doesn't have it's just one screenshot that states what he has sent to her.
Okay. Ms. Woods, do you have any objection to me admitting that into evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. I did.
What is your legal objection?
I did provide a total breakdown per month, dating back to the year 2020, and I submitted those. And it shows you reason and exact amount and date that each payment was sent rather
Okay.
than a complete total.
Okay, but why do you object to me seeing his document?
Your Honor, I just feel like it would be in the best interest of the court to actually see the breakdown of each date and payment sent on the account rather than just this one screenshot. I did try to provide multiple so that you would be able to see all the information you needed.
Okay. Mr. Harris, do you have any legal objection to me entering your document into evidence?
No, it's the money that I sent. So
Okay.
no objection.
I'm overruling your objection, Ms. Woods, and I'm admitting, what was it, State's Exhibit 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so State's Exhibit 1 is admitted into evidence.
I would like to share my screen.
You may do so.
Here's the legal nugget. Totals don't prove support. The judge admits State's Exhibit, one screenshot showing $6,041 sent over mom's objection because credibility gets tested on the record. But what was it for? Kids, gas, rent, or dinner? Viewers, would you count it when payments were missing and everyone's memory is messy?
Mr. Harris, do you see a document on your screen?
Yes.
Do you recognize this document?
Yes, ma'am.
And can you explain to the court what this document is?
That's the total amount of money I've sent her on Cash App.
And what is the amount?
6,041.
In
Yes.
regards, there's another number that says total received $1,322.15. What is that amount?
I have no idea. Could have been for rent, bills, gas, something like that, food. Because we haven't been separated that entire time, so could have been for anything, you know.
I'm going to stop sharing my screen.
Whoa. And once Ms. Harper's back, we're going to get you all on board with Case Center so I can keep exhibits
Yes, Your Honor.
like a regular person.
Mr. Harris, you mentioned that you haven't been separated for that long. When did you separate from Miss Woods?
I don't know, like the most recent time.
I cannot hear you.
Like,
Ms. Painter, are you struggling? It's very tinny and hard to understand. I think it's because you're on Bluetooth, which is not good for Zoom. And all of this is because you are driving a vehicle or you're in a vehicle that is moving.
yeah, I'm not driving.
But there's no point.
Can you?
Letting you know,
Yeah,
I
can you
am
hear
the
me?
arbiter and I can't hear you. So that's a problem.
Yeah, I understand. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you better, but I can't see you anymore.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right. So what was the question?
Sir, you mentioned that you recently separated from, or you were separated from Miss Woods. I'm trying to find out your separation date.
I don't know. We've been on and off since I've known her since I was like 12 years old. So the most recent time we was together, probably like 20, 22, 23, something like that.
How long were you residing together in 2022?
I don't know. I've been on the road for like 5 years. So like whenever I come home, like we just, I don't know, see her when I can or whatever. I don't know.
Do you reside with her when you return home?
Sometimes.
When was the last time you resided with her?
Like 2 weeks ago.
You stayed at her home?
Yes.
And it was how long did you stay with her?
Just like a couple days.
Have you stayed with her for a month at a time?
No, I travel a lot, so I don't stay anywhere for a month at a time when I go home, you know? So when I'm on my vacation, I'll try to stay there and spend time with the kids, stuff like that. So
Prior to 2 weeks ago, when was the last time you stayed with Miss Woods?
I don't know. Probably been a while.
What has been a while, sir?
Mm,
Has it been over a year?
yeah, probably 2023, I think. Like,
When you visit with the children, you visit with the children at Miss Woods' home or at your parents' home?
both.
Do your parents live in Montgomery County?
Yes.
And have the children stayed with your parents on weekends?
Yes.
You're asking the court for joint managing conservatorship?
Yes.
And you are in agreement to a standard possession order where you would be under an order to have possession and access to the children on the first, third, and fifth weekend of every month and on Thursdays after school?
Yes. Or whenever my job allows. Yes.
And what do you do for a living, sir?
I travel all over the country. I do safety inspections on the power line poles.
And where are you currently today?
Arkansas and
And
Oklahoma.
how long are you going to be in Arkansas or Oklahoma?
Probably like one more day in Arkansas.
And then you'd be coming to Texas or you'd be going to Oklahoma?
Missouri next. Coming to Texas for Thanksgiving.
So when you come to Texas, you're only around for a few days and then you leave again?
Yeah, like 2 weeks tops, and then I'm back on the road.
If you do not stay with Miss Woods, do you stay with your parents?
Sometimes I just get a hotel room. Sometimes I stay with friends, cousins.
You do not have your own separate permanent address in
That
Texas.
is correct. That is correct.
Okay.
Not with my name on the lease, no.
I pass this witness.
Okay, you may call your next witness.
I call
What
Miss
are the
Tatum.
disagreements? We just clarify what their disagreements are besides the back child support.
Mom is wanting sole managing conservatorship and a non-geographic restriction. Dad is wanting joint managing conservatorship. And I'm assuming he would want her to stay in Montgomery County or contiguous counties.
Wait,
Okay.
what?
We don't know that. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. I didn't say nothing like that.
Okay.
She says she's assuming, so.
Yeah, I know. I heard that. Okay. Okay. You may continue.
I call Miss Woods. Miss Woods, can you state your full name for the record?
Tatum Woods.
And are you asking the court
Harris,
for,
did we lose you? Please make sure you stay on screen because a lot of people freeze on Zoom, especially when they're moving vehicles. And so I want to make sure that
Yeah, we're going to lunch. I'm about to get still right now.
okay. Just want to make sure you stay on screen though.
Yeah,
Part of being present, we treat this just like if you're in a courtroom. Normally you can't have lunch in court, I'll be honest with you.
I'm not gonna eat. We're just taking a break.
Rules. Okay. But yeah, please try to stay on screen. Okay, you may continue, Ms. Painter.
Miss Tatum, can you state your full name for the record?
Tatum Woods.
And are you asking the court for sole managing conservatorship?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any safety concerns regarding Mr. Harris?
I partially do. Back in 2021, he was criminally trespassed from my apartment on 800 Belshire Drive. My door had been kicked in twice. There was some family abuse actively going on at the time.
Yeah.
When the trespass order was issued, it was in 2020, after he did stay in my apartment for 2 months, and that was active. He finally trespassed again the next year, 2021, and that's when they were able to, I guess, follow through on the trespass, which had been issued.
Do you have any recent concerns in the past 2 years?
In the past 2 years, I do not.
You do not?
No, ma'am.
And in regards to a geographic restriction to Montgomery County or contiguous counties, what is your opposition to a geographic restriction to Montgomery County?
With the history of domestic violence,
I object.
What is your legal objection, sir?
I have no history of domestic violence. No, nothing.
with the history of family violence, domestic violence that happened
I
in the
object to that as well. I have
Sir,
no history of that.
if
okay, one moment, ma'am, everyone, one moment. I do believe your last order had a finding, good, bad, or indifferent, that found you had a history or pattern of family violence within 2 years of that date. So I'm assuming you're referring to that. Are you talking about something else?
yes,
Me?
ma'am. I was
Oh.
trying
Okay, I'm going to overrule your objection. You may continue.
to explain my reasoning behind this. In case there is another instant in the history, which of course, God forbid, I would not want that to happen. In case there is, I want to be able to move wherever I would need to get safety for my children.
Do the children currently see Mr. Harris at your home or at his parents' home?
Primarily, they see him at his parents' house. The kids do like to go over there on the weekends, and I allow that. And that has been over the past 5 years. He primarily saw them at their residence.
Did he stay with you 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago, the kids had a trunk or treat at the local church. He did help take them to that. But as far as staying in my place of living, that absolutely does not happen. I'm not comfortable with that. I don't.
I just stayed there.
Sir,
I
please don't interrupt.
Yeah, I don't allow this.
When was the last time he stayed in the same location as you?
As far as a visit, I would say a week before October.
No, when when was the last time he stayed overnight in the same location as you?
Pull out my calendar. I would say it was the week before Halloween. He
Of
did.
2025?
Yes, I would say it was the 24th, the week before Halloween. The kids had to go to school the next morning. I don't have transportation. It was going to be very cold. So he did stay that one night. I allowed that so he could help get his children to school the next morning.
And prior to October the 24th, when was the last time he stayed in your residence or where you're located overnight?
Never.
You two have never lived together?
In 2020, he stayed in my apartment in Belshire Drive for 2 months. I did send
For 2 months. It was way longer than 2 months.
Sir, you're going to get a chance to either talk or be asked questions. So just be patient,
All right,
please. Just remember, I said in the beginning, please don't interrupt one another. And I even said you're going to disagree with things, and you do, and that's okay. But please don't interrupt her. You'll get a chance to say more. I promise.
I did send evidence in to Mr. Brian Hostetler, I believe that's pronounced correctly. As far as the date, the timeline, and then when the criminal trespass order was set out. And then in 2022, I lived in his parents' home for a month and a half while I was getting back on my feet in between places of living. But that was not considered living with him. I lived with his parents. He was out working and not living there at the time.
When he stayed with you on October the 24th, did you have safety concerns?
No.
Do you have any safety concerns regarding him being with the children?
Alone, yes.
When was the last time he was alone with the children?
Probably never.
When the children stay with his parents and he's in town, does he stay with his parents at their residence when the children are there?
I believe he stays there sometimes. Other times he doesn't. He might pop in for 20, 30 minutes or however long it is. But I don't believe he stays there every single time, no.
How would she know that?
Sir, remember what I just said about interrupting?
Yeah.
Okay, please be mindful.
Yes.
Ma'am, in regards to the $6,041 that Mr. Harris has stated that he has given you, what is the amount that you are stating that he has given you in direct payment, either cash or direct type of cash app?
Yes, so I did email in a breakdown since 2020. And I do have a few dates here, if I'm allowed to state the exact amount. If I'm
I've asked you for your amount, so please give me a description or an amount that you state that he has given you in direct payments.
okay. I broke it down into months. Is that okay if I tell you month by month, or should I add it up for you?
Yes, ma'am. What is the total amount of direct payments that Mr. Harris has given you?
1 second, please. What I have here is about $691. And that was me pulling the breakdown and, the exact reason for Lily, for the kids here, pretty random, over the span of the years since 2020.
Wait, Dad swears he paid $6,041. Mom says only $691 counts because she tracked kid-specific reasons. That gap is courtroom gasoline. The state pushes, gas money still transports children, so it's support. And Dad keeps interrupting. Exactly what judges hate. Who's playing math games when history stretches before the youngest was born?
So, in regards to his claim of $6,041, what would be your explanation for the difference between the $6,041 that he is stating that he has sent you, as opposed to what you're stating, $691?
So I believe the difference is me pulling out the exact, okay, this was for Liliana's this was for Amina's lunch on this day. I pulled the exact things of money being sent and based on the reason why. I'm not sure where a 6,000 came from. That is just going based off of the total amount between the accounts. And that goes back to years before Liliana was even born.
That's not true. Liliana was born in 2019. You said 2020 yourself.
Sir, you're going to get a chance to explain your position. But this is not a discussion. That ship has sailed.
Can you give me an example of some of the transactions that Mr. Harris would have sent to you that has made up this $6,041 that would not have been towards the care or support of either child?
Yes, ma'am. As for this month, November 5th, gas, $20. November 1st, $15, gas. October 24th, plus $10. That says kids. Going back in the history,
Why would Mr. Harris be sending you $15 for gas?
for gas, for transportation to get the kids to and from school.
And you don't view that as for care and support of the children?
I do. I do. I feel like maybe if it was, say, if it was on top of the child support being paid consistently over the month, but I haven't been receiving the child support through the court, and what he has been sending does not amount to what, the court had already ordered.
But when you receive $15 from Mr. Harris for gas or transportation purposes, you are using that money to transport the children to get to locations?
Yes.
Do you have any other examples besides gas that you have received from Mr. Harris that make up this $6,041 that you would represent does not should not be treated towards the support or care of the children?
Yes.
What is another example that he has sent you money via Cash App that you would say was not towards the support or care of the children?
March 2021, plus $20, no information. June 2021, $20. October 2021, $15.
And if there's not an explanation of what that money would be used for, why would he have sent you that money? Do you have an explanation of why you would have received $15 or $20 from him?
Probably wanting to get into contact with me. I can't really speak for why. I can't say why he would do it.
I pass this witness.
Okay. I'm gonna pause and let them start letting people in so we don't clog up the 1 o'clock docket. And
Yes,
so
Your
if
Honor.
everyone wants to take a break or go to the bathroom or anything, you can. Hopefully by 1:10 probably, hopefully we can reconvene, maybe earlier. It's not a lot of people in here, but more might show as we get closer to 1 o'clock. So think about if you have more questions or issues, and we'll reconvene in a few minutes.
So Ms. Woods and Mr. Harris can stay in the main room, but mute themselves?
Yes, yeah, if you can just mute yourselves, because they're going to let people in. We're going to mute the recording and probably stop the YouTube as well.
Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor. I would like to seek sole managing conservator for Liliana Woods and Amina Woods, as I do all the decision making on their half, and based upon their safety and what's best for them. Any medical visits or medical needs, I have made those decisions over the years, and they have always resided with me. I've provided stable living for them, and so that is why I'm seeking sole managing conservator.
Is there anything else you'd like to say about any of the issues?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, what are you asking for visitation?
I would be most comfortable with, visitation primarily supervised by family members. I am not very comfortable having to do all the visitation on my own, and that's
Why do you think it needs to be supervised?
just so there is no, family violence and with the kids around or argument, just in anything. I would like to have other people primarily there, in the best interest of all of us.
Has there been family violence with the children?
When my door was kicked in 2021, yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Has anything happened since 2021?
No, ma'am.
Right.
Did he drive? Were you with him when he drove the kids to school last month?
No, ma'am. They drove 5 minutes down the road.
Right. Can I speak to that?
Sir, you're going to get a chance. So one person talks at a time. I think you were distracted when I gave the instructions in the beginning.
No, ma'am, I was not.
Should I give them again? Okay. Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to say, ma'am, before someone else speaks?
Yes, Your Honor. I just want everything to be set in stone so it could be consistent, for both the children, Amina and Liliana. That's the reason I come here today after, she's 6 now, just trying to get consistent, financial help for her. And that is all, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Harris, is there anything additional you'd like to say?
Yeah, I mean, since the very beginning, like 2018, Amina wasn't even 1 year old yet. It's like she's been trying to paint this picture that I'm like this bad guy or whatever, and the kids can't be around me. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't agree with that. And the fact that you're going off that is the reason why I can't see my kids or be with my kids alone. That's crazy. Because I take them to the park. When they're at my mom's house, we go places. We do things whenever she's not around. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's had many boyfriends and lived her life, did her own thing. That's cool. But like, when it comes to me, why is it like I can't be alone with my own children? You know what I'm saying? Unless it got something to do with her or benefit her in some kind of way.
So what, sir, what are you asking for visitation? So I understand what everyone's asking.
I would like to see my kids whenever I'm in town. Like, I'm their dad. I want to be able to pull up and say, hey, y'all want to go to the movies? Hey, I want to go to the park. Let's go get something to eat. Without having to be like, oh, I don't know, it's just going to call the cops on me because I might go to jail for having possession of my own kids. When I have no history of family violence, I have no history of domestic violence, I have no history of anything like that. So I don't know where this is coming from. No criminal history whatsoever. Look it up. Nothing.
I'm not allowed to do research, just so you're all aware of this.
Okay, but I want to state that for the record. I have nothing.
Okay, I'm here to listen to evidence. If you have evidence to present, I'm here to read the evidence and look at the evidence. I love getting evidence. I love testimony. I don't often get a lot of it, but I cannot do research independently.
All right, well, I've never put a finger on nobody. So,
Your Honor, could I say something?
No, it's not your turn, ma'am. Just like I told him he couldn't interrupt you, you can't interrupt him. Sir, is there anything additional you'd like to say?
no, I just want to be able to see my kids without having to go through her and her control everything. Like, we've been doing this for 8 years, man. Like, my oldest is 8 years old, bro, and I can't even move like a dad's supposed to unless it's got something to do with money. That's the only reason I can come around. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, and so you don't have any.
No, I want to have a relationship with my kids, so help me do that.
Okay, sir, do you have any regular schedule when you know you're in town regularly?
Yeah, like once a month, 1 weekend out the month, 1 week out the month. That's typically how it goes.
Okay, so you're in town 1 week, and which includes a week, I guess. So you're in town for a full week, including a weekend out of the month, usually?
Yes. Holidays, stuff like that.
Do you have a place for the children to stay if you had them?
Yeah, we're gonna stay at my mom's or wherever I am. Is that a requirement to be able to see your kids? It's like you have to have your name
I'm
on a
just
lease form?
weighing, sir, I'm weighing the issues.
Yeah, I was just asking
And
a
this is
question.
not a discussion. I can't give legal advice. I didn't get a
Yeah,
lot of testimony, so unfortunately I have to ask a few questions today.
right.
But
I understand the full scope of it.
if you want full scope, you should have hired a lawyer, sir. I'm just asking questions that I think are relevant to your case. I'm looking at the best interest of your children based on case law.
The best interest, I think, is for them to have a father that's active, like me, trying to get custody of them, trying to be involved. That's what I think.
Ma'am, is there anything additional you wanted to say?
Yes, Your Honor. I did submit into evidence the fact that he did have the criminal trespass and violated that in the past, which was against my home and where the children were living. So that is on the criminal record. And Your Honor,
It's not on the criminal record. The reason, Your Honor, why I was criminally
Sir, I told you not to interrupt. I told her not to interrupt. We're not supposed to be interrupting one another. So please, if everyone can control themselves, I would appreciate it. Otherwise, we're going to have to take a break again so everyone can breathe and calm down. Ms. Woods?
Yes, Your Honor. I have never denied visits. I just have.
That's not true.
Sir.
I would like a chance to speak, Your Honor. Is that okay if I proceed?
I'm attempting to give it to you, ma'am. You're both interrupting one another. I'm trying to control you all the best I can. I don't even know where Mr. Harris is right now, so just be patient until we make sure he's back. Sir, are you there?
Yep.
Okay. You may speak, Ms. Woods.
I have never denied visitation with Amina and Liliana. His parents do help a lot to watch them, and so that is just primarily where the visitation has been. I've never denied visitation. And I always just look for the best interest of the child. And I do just want to focus on the consistent financial help that is needed for both of them, because it has been very inconsistent. Even the payments through the AG system have been very inconsistent. So that is my main goal, is to try to get, the financial help that they need, the support they need. But as far as visitation, I've never denied that. I just simply said I would like basically a mediator in between. So there is no, there is nothing going on where we're arguing or anything like that. I always just try to do the best for them.
Judge threads the needle. Joint managing conservatorship, but mom keeps the right to choose the child's primary home, no geographic restriction. Dad gets up to 1 weekend a month plus standard holidays with overnight at his parents' house and 14-day notice through app close. Translation, structured access, less chaos, safer exchanges overall.
Okay. Mr. Harris, is there anything you'd like to say now?
The fact that, never being denied visitation is like, that's the whole point we're here. It's like you want sole control of everything. So it's like you are denying me that because I have to go to my parents' house. Or you want it a certain way, therefore we have to do it your way, or I won't get to see them, or I have to do X, Y, Z in order for me to be able to talk to them, to trespass last time. You see what I'm saying? So it's like I gotta play in your field, bro, and I'm getting tired of this. It's been 8 years. I just want to be a dad. I'll give you whatever you need, bro. Like, that's where we at with it. And I'm tired of this. I don't want to do this for another 3 years, another 5 years. My kids are growing up. They're going to be having periods and all that stuff like that, bro. Like, they growing, man. Come on, let's get this over with. I'm not that bad of a dude, bro.
Okay. Does anyone have, Mr. Painter, do you want to make a brief closing argument?
Yes, Your Honor. The state would ask the court to find that a material and substantial change has occurred since the prior order in a suit affecting the parent-child relationship from February 1st of 2018, and that Mr. Harris has a duty of support for the child Liliana, for joint managing conservatorship to be ordered, for a geographic restriction to Montgomery and the contiguous counties to be found, for a standard possession order to be issued, for child support to be ordered in the amount of $505 a month, with a step down to $405 a month when the oldest child emancipates, beginning December 1st of 2025, for Ms. Woods to carry government assistance for medical support, for Mr. Harris to be ordered to reimburse the state $70 beginning December 1st, 2025, for a non-disclosure not to be carried forward, since both parties have testified that Mr. Harris and Ms. Woods have spent time together at Ms. Woods's location, for retroactive child support to be awarded in this matter based on the information that was provided to the court. The going back 48 months would be $11,228.74, for the court to take into consideration the testimony that both parties have provided.
Is Mr. Harris? Is he okay? I heard a noise and now I don't see him. Okay, he's still there.
For the court to take into consideration the testimony of both parties regarding direct payments, for the arrears in this matter to, based on the pay record, child support arrears as of yesterday, November the 12th, 2025, in the amount of $7,964.69 to be added to any amount that the court awards for retroactive child support, and for a payment plan of $100 a month to be assessed starting December 1st, 2025, towards any child support judgment, for medical support judgment as of November 12th, 2025, in the amount of $2,196.68, with a monthly payment plan of $35 a month beginning December 1st, 2025.
What's that number? $25?
$35 for the monthly payment plan for the medical support. The arrears were $2,196.68.
Okay, I'm going to render now, based on the evidence presented and evidence admitted, and testimony presented. I'm finding that Mr. Harris has a duty to support the younger child that's being added to this case. That's Liliana Woods. And I'm appointing them joint managing conservators with your standard language with regard to Amina, and giving Ms. Woods the right to determine the primary residence of the child without regard to geographic restriction like the prior order. For visitation, I am ordering, based on the testimony presented, that the children are ordered to sleep at his parents' house when he has possession, but I'm ordering visitation of up to 1 weekend per month, which sounds like what he's asking for. It's really the language that you use in that first paragraph of the over 100 miles. He'll have to give 14 days written notice. I'm changing that to through app close. He'll have to give his notice of intent to visit. And then in addition to that, the holidays per the standard possession order as well.
Give a notice.
And I guess the pickup and drop offs will be at his parents' house. I'm fine. Nobody has access to private insurance at a reasonable cost. And I'm ordering that Mr. Harris pay to Ms. Woods cash medical support of $70 per month, beginning December 1st, 2025, and monthly thereafter. I'm ordering the agreed to child support of $505 per month, beginning December 1st, 2025, with a step down to $405 when the oldest child emancipates. For back child support, I am finding he is in arrears $7,964.69 as of yesterday. I am ordering a back child support judgment, additionally in the amount of $11,228.74. Right in here. I'm then giving credit though for direct payments of $6,041, which leaves a cumulative judgment of $13,152.43. Let me just confirm I did that right. Should be that number. Okay. That is a judgment all due and owing. I'm ordering that Mr. Harris pay that back at a rate of $80 per month, beginning December 1st of 2025. When one child emancipates, that payment will step up to $180. When both children emancipate, if there's still money due, it will step up to $585 per month. And then I'm finding also he's in medical support arrears as of yesterday in the amount of $2,196.68. I'm ordering that he pay that back at a rate of $35 per month beginning December 1st of 2025. I'm denying the non-disclosure request. I am ordering that they communicate through app close for communication, that they download the app and use that to communicate. I believe that's it. And so the state's going to draft the order based on my ruling today, and they'll be circulating it to both of you to review, sign off on, and any questions you may have. But thank you all for coming in today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Final tally hits hard. $55 monthly support plus $70 cash medical starts December 1st, 2025. Judge finds arrears, adds $11,228.74 retro support, credits $6,041 direct payments and orders payback, $80 monthly, plus $35 toward medical arrears. Moral: document everything. Like, comment, subscribe, share because the won't guess when stories don't match.